think that does. Anyways, it's been a while. I had a very interesting discussion just this morning that opened up a whole can of worms of interesting thoughts. Here's what happens. Just imagine that this happens and you can only hear my voice. What would that do? I wouldn't be able to say. So the conversation I was having was with a friend, and we were talking about voices. I don't want to go too much into it, but that got me thinking. It's something that we don't take so seriously, but it's something that's so essential to most human beings. We are generally on YouTube judged based on a personality, and one of the components based on the conversation I had today just sprung up in my head, that is voice. Coming back, I just did some quick dip and started looking for just fun ways to understand voice. Now, this is a realm of psychology, but when they brought it up, it's like an avalanche effect. The topic started with them, but it just doesn't seem like it's ending in my head, because now I'm starting to think that the voices that we hear and the voices that we have on our own have so many implications, but how does that affect? I wouldn't be able to say. But funnily enough, as a visual person myself, I have never actually thought about it. Without a voice, let's say in a movie, it's just relying on the nonverbal communication then. But yeah, that was just an abrupt dive into something that I just went into with a friend of mine this morning, and stay tuned, because I might have something fun to share with everybody on here. Like I said, it's an avalanche effect. It started with them just talking about it, and now I see myself thinking about it in ways that I did not think before, and I always like that. It's that neuroplasticity that happens. It's that stretching your mind. You don't need to just be creative by just thinking about one thing, whether it's photography or the arts or whatever. But when people really give you, or when they start talking about things that can excite or entice your way of thinking, that's something that's really interesting for me. Not just interesting, but it's also very exciting. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Enough with that. Next time you hear a voice, think about it. How does that even affect? I knew we know about, the society talks about mindful eating and mindful listening, but I think we should really be mindful about how we listen. Because are we really listening? And the way we convey our message is also kind of interesting. How are we really evoking what we want to say? Anyways, that being said, about the photo shoot. So, I didn't post the images on the previous one, which you should have the link up for the previous episode. That's vlog 17. This one's going to be vlog 18. However, here are some of the images. And yeah, you should check out my Instagram. I'm going to post them there as well, eventually. Before I go, let's do this again. Just hear my voice. What do you think about it? I mean, whatever it is, that's who I am. But yeah, I see you in the next one.